You hear it more often than not for a world champion, whether it be in basketball, volleyball, or even on the track, that the athlete started from a young age in that field. But for Pierce LePage, he started when he was 17 in his first decathlon, and now is a world champion.
I feel like world champion I'm getting used to. I feel like that's starting to have a ring to it.
LePage made history just a few days ago when he became the first Canadian to win gold in the decathlon at the World Athletics Championships.
I guess like the prestige of like kind of exactly what I did in terms of like sixth all time, second best at the championship. That stuff is not sinking as much. You know, first Canadian to win it. I'm wrapping my head around, but world champion, yeah, I'm starting to feel it.
The Whitby native made the historic win after battling multiple injuries over the last few years, which included a brutal knee injury during the Tokyo Olympics. And that takes a toll not only physically, but mentally.
I feel like the make or break for a decathlete is the mental side. You know, when I was younger, it was like, oh, I would do well in an event, or then the next event I'd do like super bad, and sometimes you let that spiral, and your next event goes worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and next thing you know, you have like the worst decathlon in your life. And I feel like to be a good decathlete, whether you do good or bad on the next event, you just keep moving forward and keep trying to do the best you can, because you just don't want to spiral. So.
One of his favorite parts about being a decathlete, pole vaulting. Can you verbalize what is going through your mind when you are pole vaulting and you're in the air?
Honestly, I'm just like it's fun. I'm just having fun. I always tell my coach, like, pole vaulting is easy, it's taking off the ground that's hard. So when I'm actually in the air, I'm just having a good time.
By his side in Budapest when he made history, fellow Canadian Olympian Damian Warner. And to help them prepare to run their best, they have a unique tactic.
Yeah, just the most disgusting acidic things you can imagine. We use it before the 400 just to help with lactic. So I've used pickle juice, I've used mustard, I've used balsamic vinegar. Me and Damien are doing shots back there, just to get ready for the 4. And yeah, it's like my secret sauce.
LePage is still debating if he's going to compete in one more event before a quick off season. Then the focus will shift to the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. For City News, I'm Lindsay Dunn.